Hey guys, this is George and I'm back with a new hauls video. So in this video I'm just going to share some of the stuff that I picked up. It's kind of been over the course of like months. I haven't really bought that much and it's just kind of been sitting there, so I wanted to make an easy video because I've been kind of out of the loop and I haven't produced much content lately. So this is just kind of an easy video for me, and I know there are people who really do like haul videos, so that's why I'm doing this one, but I'm working on other content also. So let's get started. The first thing I was going to show is some Pokemon cards. I got these a while back. I don't remember when exactly I got them, but I went to, I believe it's in San Marcos, Texas, Alpha Strike Games. I try and get stuff as cheap as possible, so I was searching like the dollar bin or less, and I picked these up. Here's Charmander. It's not sure what era this is, but it's got it for 50 cents. It's a Vaporeon, holographic Vaporeon, got it for $5. Flareon non-holographic, I got that for $2.50. Here's a Snorlax. I just like Snorlax because I think he's pretty funny. He just kind of lays around and hangs out all the time. So when I see Snorlax, I tend to get Snorlax. I really like this Pikachu card. It's like a holographic card. I'm not sure what era it is. Unfortunately, I'm not as knowledgeable about Pokemon cards. I got this one because it was a first edition card. I paid $1.50 for it. It's a non-holographic Eevee. And then here's a Pikachu promo card. It's kind of a weird one. Pikachu has some white stuff on his face. But yeah, it's a promo card. This is a first edition card. Anytime I can find first edition cards pretty cheap, I'm going to pick them up. But I really like this one because you see Mr. Fuji and he's like cradling a Pikachu. Just a nice card. Here's another holographic Pikachu card that I really liked. And here's a dark Charmeleon card. Really cool card artwork. And Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. So I think there were more, but I was just going to share these. I also celebrated my birthday, and my wife got me a really cool gaming headset. It's white headset. I don't know where it went, but I think I left it in the living room because that's where I used it last. And then she also got me like Mario, a Switch game, Mario Switch. The 3-pack game that has like Super Mario 64 and some other ones. I can't remember where that case is. Yeah, not sure where I left that. And so I guess I'm kind of all over the place because I moved my desk area. I kind of rearranged everything, and I like this a lot better. I like this look a lot better, but it's kind of, I'm not sure where I left stuff, so I'm kind of all over the place. But I also picked up Animosity Volume 1. I got this at Half Price Books, and I got it on sale. It's a really interesting story. I love stories with animal companions, and this one has an animal companion. Actually, the story is a lot about animals, so it's really interesting. So these right here are the most recent comics that I picked up. I actually picked these up last week. I hadn't been to the comic shop in a while, but I stopped by. And it is the Wolverine number 8. It's just the nullified variant. I just thought it looked cool. I'm not really reading this series, but sometimes when I see a cover that I really like, I'm going to pick it up. I also got a copy of Terry Moore's Serial. And so it looks pretty cool, pretty interesting. I haven't read it yet. I need to give it a chance, but I heard that it kind of links to another series of his, and I don't think I've read that series. I think it's Rachel Rising. I haven't read that, so I feel like maybe I need to read that before I read this one, because some of the reviews I saw of it said that people are kind of lost because of that aspect of the story. Let me see. I actually got a second copy of Serial number 1. The next one I picked up, Mighty Morphin number 3. I just love the green and white Ranger cover. It looks really cool. And I like the design of the issue. It just looks pretty cool. And I was surprised to see this. They still had a few copies of the Spawn number 311. I actually have one of these already, but I like the cover a lot. I like that it's a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, so I went ahead and picked it up. It might be a reprint, but I'm not 100% sure. This next group of stuff is from Half Price Books. I think it's from the San Marcos Half Price Books. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from the San Marcos Half Price Books. And books there are usually $1 a piece. They do have a bin with stuff that's more expensive. It's usually hit or miss though, because sometimes they have stuff in there that I would not, think would be commanding such a high price. But, if they want to put that in there for that, that's up to them. So I usually don't grab stuff from there because it's more expensive, and I usually don't find anything I'm particularly interested in. But I did find these books here, and I got these for $1 each. Batman number 39, just a really cool evil Joker cover. Batman vs. Predator 3, number 2 of 4. And so with those, I think they're pretty interesting because Marvel recently acquired the Aliens and Predator franchises, so more than likely books like these crossover books with different companies, I don't think they're ever going to be reprinted. It's possible that they could, but it's very unlikely, just because there's probably a lot of red tape, especially, you know, with Marvel and DC, since they're rivals. So I don't think a book like this is going to see reprint. You know, I don't think Marvel's going to be reprinting books like these, but I could be wrong. It's just kind of a hunch that I have. The next book I picked up, The Amazing Spider-Man number 529. This is the Iron Spider premiere cover, and it's really cool. I think this one wasn't in the best of shape. I think I put it in a bag and board after I got it, because I think I saw it loose there. And it has some dings, but it definitely presents well. You know, it'd be a good book to put on a shelf or something. Batman vs. Predator 3, number 3 of 4. Really cool Robin vs. Predator cover. Batman vs. Predator 3, number 1. Very cool. And I actually enjoyed these. I think I've read the first and the third volume, so there's a number 2. Not number 2, but I mean there's a volume 2, and I haven't read that one, but the first and third volume were really good. Batman number 38. Batman Detective Comics number 2. This is from the New 52. John Wick number 1. And I really love John Wick a lot, so when I saw this, I was pretty happy to pick it up. Iron Man number 6, and it's in really nice shape, but I also thought it was interesting. It might, I don't know, if the Eternals kind of blows up, this might be more significant, because I guess this is a crossover with them to free the Eternals. Who knows? Who knows? I'm kind of like a spec book kind of guy. If I see something that makes me think, hey, maybe this might be interesting later on, I'll pick it up. Especially for $1. And then I love this cover. I haven't been able to find this one. I wish I would have bought it when it came out a long time ago, but it's such a funny, fun cover, and I love holiday comics. So Marvel Holiday Special, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a really funny cover. There's the Hulk giving out Christmas presents, and then there's Spider-Man just looking hilarious. So it's just a really funny holiday cover, and I really liked it a lot. The next book I picked up is the Witchblade Gallery, and let me see. I think it's just an art book, but I really love the Michael Turner cover. I'm a big Michael Turner fan. I always talk about Michael Turner a lot because I'm a big fan. But yeah, like the cover a lot. This one, I'm not sure about. It's still sealed. I'm not even sure what this cover is called, but it is the first issue. I looked it up a while back, but I just can't remember what it is. And who knows, if, you know, properties are always getting picked up. You never know if a book like this will gain steam in the near future, if somebody gets interested in maybe producing a film or something like that. So I was glad to pick this one up. The next one I picked up, Middle West number 2. I think a lot of people are interested in this. I like the cover art quite a bit. Detective Comics number 0. Batman number 8. This one's just a really cool cover. Bruce Wayne fighting off the Court of Owls. Batman number 10. So I'm guessing somebody traded in their Batman collection because there was a lot of these New 52 era Batman books there. They actually had Batman number 0, but they actually had Batman number 1, I think Detective Comics number 1 in the glass case that I was talking about. But they had it for like $50, and the book looked kind of banged up, so I was definitely not wanting to pay like the market value of that book, especially when it was so damaged. So I left those there. But they did have those key issues. The Magic Order number 1. I think this is like a black and white variant. Legends of the Dark Knight number 5. It's like a 100-page spectacular. I think this might be like one of those Walmart specials. Captain America number 34. So this one was a really hot book back when we knew that Steve was probably not going to be Cap for much longer, and it was thought to be Bucky who was going to be taking over for Cap. But then, you know, we got Sam, who's going to be the new Cap. But I don't think it's over for Bucky. I think we are going to at least get to see, I think some point, maybe in Doctor Strange in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, or a What If story, or even another, it's even possible, like if there's a Secret Wars, that we could see Bucky Barnes as Cap. So I don't think this is down and out. And plus it's a really cool Alex Ross cover, so you can't go wrong there. Earth X number 12. I just love this cover. I always think Silver Surfer looks so cool, and so whenever I see Silver Surfer, I tend to pick up those books. So I grabbed that one. Batman number 9. I think this might be like a second printing because it's red and I think the other one was a different color, but Batman 66 number 1. And it has a really cool painted cover. I'm trying to think. I think it's Alex Ross, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. These next books also came from a Half Price Books. I think this was when I had, I don't know if I was in Austin for some reason, and I went to the one in South Park Meadows, but I picked up My Hero Academia, the free comic book day version. I got it for $1. I'm not sure if this is significant or not. It might be the first appearance of Promised Neverland because there's an earlier book that has the first appearance of My Hero Academia and I think One Punch Man. She Cyblade number 1, The Battle for the Independence. This is a variant cover, and I think this is also significant for being like the first appearance of Witchblade. And these books right here, I think it's been a while since I went to Blitzkrieg Comics in New Braunfels, but I think this is where I got these from. I got Hotel or Hell. I always get confused with this cover. Number 1, it's from AWA Upshot. And The Dollhouse number 1. Red Border number 1. The Resistance number 1 of 6. I can't remember how far back I got these next books, but these were from my LCS. And let me see. This one, I absolutely love this cover. I think it got a little bit dinged up, but just this Alex Ross cover for Captain America number 23. I just love this cover so much. I should have got 2 because I could have, you know, had one to display with my cap shield or something like that, but I got this one and I love the cover. I also had picked up Stillwater number 1. The funny thing is I tried to do a review on my Twitch channel and I didn't realize that the videos, like, they get deleted and you can't recover them after, like, I don't know, a week or 2. And so I did it, and I thought it was kind of good, a good review, and then it was gone after 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, not a good idea. But yeah, Stillwater, this was a good book. I liked it. And so here's a $1 comic, Catwoman number 1. I don't know if it got stained later on, but I guess maybe I didn't see it. It has like kind of like staining up there. But I also love this cover. I think it's a Darwin Cook cover. Yeah, Darwin Cook. And I've come to really enjoy Darwin Cook's artwork. So he has passed away, but I definitely still love his artwork and I'm still a big fan of his. And I guess I had picked up another copy of Stillwater number 1. And I think these got mixed up because these were supposed to be with the other Half Price Book stuff with like the She Cyblade because there's more of them. She Cyblade number 1. I think this is a Mark Silvestri cover. And She Cyblade number 1, Battle for the Independence. Again, these are significant, I think. There's variants, but these are also significant for being, I think, first appearance of Witchblade. Here's another She Cyblade, Battle of the Independence number 1. And then this book right here is kind of interesting. I had thought it might be something significant like the first appearance of Mortal Kombat in comics, but it's not that. But even still, it's still a pretty cool cover, and you know, it's Bruce Lee, and I've always been a fan of Bruce Lee, so Bruce Lee number 1. But it does have a preview of Mortal Kombat comics. So if not, I know it's not the first appearance, but it might be like an early appearance of some characters. I'm not sure. But yeah, I had got that thinking that it was like the first appearance of Mortal Kombat, but I was wrong. These next books I had actually got when I went to San Antonio, Texas with my wife, and we had visited, I think, Heroes and Fantasies. It's a really cool store, and I hope that if you're ever in San Antonio, you get to stop by there because it was really cool. It was bustling. There was, you know, it looked like there was a lot of excitement. It was around the Christmas time. I went as early as possible because, you know, trying to avoid people as much as possible. But you know, it looked like a good atmosphere. You could see parents with their kids there. Of course, everyone, you know, had their masks on and everything. And there was actually some really cool masks. I saw like Spider-Man. I saw like Dunder Mifflin for those people who like The Office. I've kind of gone in. My wife got me into The Office, so I'm kind of an Office fan now. But that's where I got these. This one is just a free preview, Marvel Spotlight. I just picked it up. Had a cool cover. It was free. And then here's just a poster teasing Future State. So that's pretty cool. This book I thought had a really cool cover, and it's just like an evil variant cover, but it's Captain America number 26. It's the nullified variant. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I picked up Americana number 1, or Post Americana number 1. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any reviews on that. I haven't heard anything if it's good or bad or what people's thoughts. I still would like to read it on my own. But sometimes I pick up these kind of different, interesting books because, you know, I do speculate on stuff. Some books like Farmhand or Ice Cream Man, stuff like that. I'll, you know, if I see number 1, I'll go out on a limb for it. This one I picked up because I love this cover, all the Power Rangers together. I'm not sure what issue it is. I just love this cover, so that's why I grabbed it. It's, you know, Power Rangers United. I think when we were in San Antonio, we did stop by a Half Price Books there. I'm not sure where it is because I don't know San Antonio very well. But when we were there, I picked some of these up. And this one was Shutter number 1. Got that for $1.50. This cover I absolutely love. This is probably one of my most favorite Superman comic book covers of all time. It's Action Comics number 1004. It's just such a really awesome cover. One of the things I think, you know, I know that people are looking into comic book properties to potentially develop into films. And I honestly think Rising Stars, you know, once somebody sees Rising Stars, they might get interested in it. It was a really interesting story. I remember being really excited for it when I was a kid because I would read Wizard magazine and it would talk about it and I would be really hyped up and I was like, yeah, I want to read Rising Stars. And I had bought a few issues as a kid. I would save up, you know, whatever money that my parents would give me for doing like chores and stuff. And then we'd go to like Hastings when Hastings was still around, and you know, I'd try and pick it up. And but when I saw this book, especially that it's a Wizard World Convention variant, I went ahead and picked it up. And it's a cool cover too. Rising Stars number 1, Wizard World exclusive. Here's another really interesting book. So I know Blade's kind of hot right now, but I've always thought Blade books were pretty cool, so I try to pick them up. But here's Blade number 2. And what's interesting about these is it goes under the Strange Tales imprint, so I'm not sure if this is Strange Tales Blade or just Blade, but... And Blade number 3. No Blade number 1, not sure why, but it would have been nice to find the Blade number 1. Okay. We actually still have a lot to go, so hang in there. Go-Go Power Rangers number 4. Really cool monster cover, giant monster cover. Predator, The Bloody Sands of Time, number 1. And these I picked up at the San Marcos Half Price Books, so these are all $1 each. Predator Cold War, number 1. Predator Cold War, number 2. Masters of the Universe, number 2. Very cool He-Man cover. And here's another copy of Blade number 2, so I guess I had found it there too. And next up, Doctor Strange Fate number 1. Sometimes I just pick up books even if I don't think they have like any particular value, just because I think they're weird and I like them. But this is from that Amalgam DC versus Marvel crossover, and it's Doctor Strange Fate, you know, Doctor Fate and Doctor Strange combining. I bet this guy is supremely powerful. Just imagining how powerful Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate are, and to mash them together, I don't know if there's anybody who can beat that guy. But yeah, Dark Horse Comics presents number 36. This is the first appearance of Aliens versus Predator in comics. And I'm hoping that Marvel doesn't abandon the Aliens versus Predator stories, because I really loved Aliens vs. Predator. I thought a lot of great stories came out of this, and I'm hoping eventually we do see these two cross over on the big screen again. I know we've already got 2 less than stellar Aliens vs. Predator movies, but I think, you know, there's a lot of great things that can be done with these 2 combined franchises. And you can let me know what you think, if you don't like them together or if you do love Aliens and Predator together. But this is the first appearance in comics. And it turns out I had another copy of Blade number 3. I think this one's in better shape though. Saga number 17. Predator Cold War number 4. And this Predator looks kind of like a chonky Bork. There's a little belly bulging out there. And then Predator Big Game #1. Very cool Predator cover. Predator Big Game #3 of 4. And another awesome Predator horror cover. The Flash #2. And I really like that cover art. I think this is Francis Vanderpool, or I'm not really sure. But yeah, The Flash #1. Love that cover art. Iron Man, or Invincible Iron Man #4. Love the Mary Jane cover. And then Boneyard #1. Sometimes I take chances on kind of strange books. I remember when I was a kid seeing some buzz about this in Wizard magazine, but I never heard anything after that. And so when I was at Half Price Books and I came across it, I was like, why not pick it up? Another book that I picked up, this one was just loose there in the box at Half Price Books, and it's kind of banged up, but I went ahead and picked it up. I got it for $1. It's Batman #567. I think this is significant for being the first appearance of Cassandra Cain as Batgirl, but not 100% sure on that. Another cool thing, I like horror comics, and so I saw this one, Clyde Barker's Hellraiser Masterpieces. This is #5, and it's from Boom Studios. So I went ahead and picked it up. It has a very cool, scary cover. These next 3 books are actually from the Austin Half Price Books, South Austin. But it's Shattered Grid Free Comic Book Day. Really cool Power Rangers cover. And then there's the Stuff of Legend, and I was so happy to find this one because, like, I love the Stuff of Legend. I'm a big fan of Stuff of Legend. I've just made a video about it. But yeah, this is a free comic book day. I'm not sure what year about this is, though. But yeah, really cool cover. And then there's Superman I'm not sure what number this is, but it's a really cool Superman, kind of 70s era. I think it is a variant cover, and I think it's from like the New 52 era of Superman, but I'm not sure what number it is. Just kind of a cool cover. And these last 2 books, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I got them both at Half Price Books or one or the other, but this one for sure I got at Half Price Books. It's 7 Psychopaths. I saw it and it was pretty cheap and it looked cool and looked interesting. It was an interesting story. I might do a video on it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of trying to do as much as I can. And the other one, I was so excited about the news that we got about Hawkeye, and I knew they were adapting this particular storyline, so I wanted to read up on it. And it's Hawkeye, My Life as a Weapon. So it was a really good story. And I love Pizza Dog, aka Lucky, and I can't wait to see him in the show. Here are a bunch of Half Price Book stuff. Batman #490. I think this is a Jim Lee cover. And it's Batman Dark City #452. This is a Newsstand variant. The Adventures of Superman #501. I believe this is the first appearance of Connor Kent Superman, or first full appearance of Connor Kent Superman. Batman #68. I just thought this was a hilarious cover, so that's why I picked this one up. Detective Comics #627, Newsstand variant. And this one I got for 50 cents. It's Hulk Annual #19. Steel sealed in its packaging. This one was interesting. I'd never heard anything about it, but I just like the cover art a lot. This is The Punisher Year 1 #2, and it has a very awesome cover art. Hopefully you can see that there. And then I saw this one laying there. Moon Knight #3, Midnight Meets Murder. I know Moon Knight books are heating up. There's a lot of excitement around Moon Knight. Let's see. Star Slayer #1. And this one is significant. I think one of the other ones has the first full appearance of the Rocketeer, but this one does have, I guess, a cameo advertisement image of the Rocketeer, so I think that's why this one's significant. It also has cool artwork. Marvel Adventure #1 featuring Daredevil. DC Crisis on Infinite Earths #10. A very cool cover of the Anti-Monitor versus the Spectre. Daredevil #199. Conan the Barbarian #54. Thor #4 4. Very cool cover of Jane Foster Thor versus Odin's son. And then this one I was pretty excited about. I can't remember if I actually have this or not, but now I do for sure. And it's Batman number 497. And it's just a classic, iconic cover of Bane breaking Batman's back. This one I was really excited to get and also really sad about. So one of the things, if you shop at Half Price Books, and especially if you shop in the comics, one of the things that you're going to see every now and then and probably get really disappointed about is stickers on books. So this one is an acclaimed comic book. It's Ninjak number 1, and it is a gorgeous cover. And I'll show you that. It's an awesome, awesome, gorgeous cover, and I really love it. But it has like a sticker, a price sticker there for 50 cents. And so it kind of, I'm trying to decide if I want to try and use like Gugon on this or just leave it alone. I'm not really sure, but I would love for that sticker to be gone because this book is just such an awesome book. And then here goes a really cool cover that has the same problem. So here you see really awesome Venom. I think this is Sam Keith Venom too. So Sam Keith Venom and Wolverine. Awesome cover. So Marvel Comics presents number 117. But when you flip it over, and it's a newsstand edition, but yeah, there goes that sticker. So I'm trying to decide if I want to try and take that sticker off or not, but I don't really like it. Unfortunately, it's there. The other thing I got, when I was a kid, I loved the Marvel Masterpieces and the Marvel Flair Ultra cards. So this is just a really cool book. Got it for 50 cents. It has the sticker too. But it's just gorgeous artwork. And here's a newsstand version of Amazing Spider-Man number 375. Got that for $1 also. And Superman number 276. Very cool Superman versus Shazam cover. I'm pretty sure that's Shazam. I think his chest has kind of a different logo. I guess I need to look at Shazam to make sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Shazam. AKA Captain Marvel. Ghost Rider number 23. And I looked this one up. This is actually the first appearance of the Water Wizard. So it's going to be hilarious if the Water Wizard gets a debut in the MCU. And I wonder if they can do something cool with them. But I'm not sure if we're going to see that. But yeah, it is the first appearance. This one I picked up. I'm not really into kind of like the older like Disney and those kind of comics, but I saw this one and it was in really nice shape. It's kind of, I guess, cut off a little bit weird, but the book itself is in really nice shape, and it's Devil Kids featuring Hot Stuff number 31. It's a really nice condition book. And another book I picked up, The Walking Dead number 134. Cool cover. The Walking Dead number 131. And The Punisher Year 1 number 1. It's just a really awesome cover. And Batman vs. Predator Newsstand Edition number 3 of 3. This was a really cool series. If you can track down the trade paperbacks or the original issues, I really enjoyed the story. And I think it has, I can't remember if it has Art Kubert or Andy Kubert's artwork, but it's really nice. And then Batman vs. Predator number 2 of 3. Unfortunately, they didn't have number 1, but it would have been nice if they did. So we're actually almost done. And this bag does not fit this book, but it is The Last Ronin number 1, and I think this was the first printing. I remember picking this up. It was a great story. I was going to do a video on it, but then I didn't get around to it. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. Very cool book. And then here's another copy of Spawn number 311 with the Chadwick Boseman tribute cover. DC's Dead Planet number 3 of 7. Vampirella number 15, very cool cover. I had thought this was a Jenny Frison cover, or I'm not sure. It might be like a cosplay cover or Jenny Frison cover. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a nice cover. Batman Adventures number 2. I think this is the first appearance of like a character who's supposed to be like Deathstroke, but I'm not 100% sure. Spawn number 312. I think that cover's cool. I wish I would have picked up the Spider-Man cover that originally had this sort of style of image. This sort of image cover style. I wish I would have picked that up back when they released it. And then I picked up 2 copies of this one, and this is the last book, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last book, but it is I Make Boys Cry number 1, and it's just a really cool cover. The girl has a sword, and it just looks awesome. But I picked up two copies of this one. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, if you have your own haul videos you'd like for me to see, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I'd be happy to check them out. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.